taken in a couple of stray dogs over the years that I've had that think they make fantastic pets. What is your stance on the pit bull?
I'm the one that's on Pit Boss with Shorty Rossi, and if you go on Animal Planet and Pit Boss, you'll see there's 3 episodes. One it says Linda Blair, World Heart, and the other was family pit bull puppies, and then the other's a military dog that I took so they wouldn't euthanize her, and I did rehome her. She's a lovely dog. I'm the one that talks out, probably because The Exorcist, the prejudice, and the misunderstanding.
Well, you know what? That's what I know those guys. I know Sebastian Sebi used to be one of my interns back in the day from that show. But it seems like every day, especially down here in Florida for some reason, we are getting a different story about a pit bull eating some kid's face. And I have taken a pretty strong stance against them because, and I
it isn't them. I'm going to straighten you out right now. It isn't them. It's always the people.
But it's not. Let me tell you why. Because no one.
Look at the people.
I know.
Using children.
I know. What I'm saying is.
Always the people. It is not the dog. What are they doing down there in Fort Myers?
It's not always the dog. It's how many stories do you read? And all you have to do is Google pit bull. They don't even put pit bull attack. Just to Google pit bull. How many stories do you read that they say, oh, it was a beautiful dog. We've had it since it was a puppy. We've had it for 5 years.
The sign.
It turned and ate my kid's face.
The eye. How many times did they set the dog on fire? How many times did they not notice?
Not enough times.
I don't let them have dogs because they're not up to it. They're not paying attention. They're doing things.
And how come it doesn't happen with the collies and the Rottweilers and the Dober?
There isn't any dog. In history, the Cocker Spaniel was the most amount of biting. In history, it's called rage. It was the rage.
Right. Everybody tells me, but the problem is when a Cocker Spaniel latches onto your kid, you can pry it off. And a pit bull, 8 cops have to shoot it before you can get the thing off.
You were speaking out of line to a person that should be respected for the work that I do. I've been doing this a very long time.
Listen, I do respect you.
It's from the press's point of view of how they are covering it. Does not always mean you are probably one of many that says it's a pit bull, and it's not a pit. It's a mixed breed that has some so-called pit, maybe or maybe not in it. So it's all about the prejudice. It's a misunderstanding. How come this dog 50 years ago was the American hero? How come we build up things in America and then tear them down because it's what, of convenience? No.
So what happened to them?
Hero. It's always about there's too many chihuahuas, there's too many pits, there's too many dogs in the shelter. How about all the people that tie the dogs up, don't give them food, don't give them water, they leave them outside? I guarantee any of these dogs that you see that are attacking, what did the people do? Did they exercise them? No pun intended.
So then they all...
Anything to pay attention. I know what happens down in Florida. I do know what goes on down there. It breaks my heart.
I think then the pit bull seems to be a dog that requires way too much attention and activity in order for them to keep it as a domesticated pet. Perhaps it didn't 50 years ago.
Not the pit bull, dear sir. I think it's any animal. And I think
it is.
To be licensed in order to have a pet. I think they should be licensed to have children today because they're not paying attention.
Well, I agree with that.
To other things that pay attention to their own families.
I agree with that.
People like you that are spreading the wrong word. Not only that.
Now you're crossing the line a little bit.
People tie up their dogs in Florida because I already know about it. You know who tells me about it? FedEx, UPS, all of those drivers.
Listen.
Tell me. I know what goes on in Florida.
You don't know everything. You don't know what happens in every single household. And I think you're making a broad generalization about people that own the pit bulls not taking care of them and that being the reason why they snap. I don't know why everybody's so quick to rush to the defense of the pit bull and nobody wants to acknowledge that the dog might be a little bit crazy. Exorcist, you there? Up on me? I think so. I hope your head spun off, you moody bitch. I don't know. She might still be on the line. I don't know what. Yeah, under your bed. You know what? I'm not even scared of her anymore. Now I know she's just a retard. She's a retard.
Her head is gonna spin and she's gonna vomit up pit bulls at you.
Good. I'm gonna. You know what? She has just taken the fear out of the movie because the devil is way smarter than that moron is.
Yeah.
You know what? Instead of worrying about pit bulls, you should worry about making another movie since 37 years ago. You half-assed. It's not the dog. It's the people. In every case, it's the people. You realize what an idiot you sound like when you say that? changed my plan, John Brennan. I'm changing my plan. Find me an Olympic-sized swimming pool.
Yes.
In it, put Linda Blair.
Yes.
And then every pit bull, half pit, bring that little friggin' midget with the hat from the TV show. Douse it with gasoline.
Yeah.
Throw all the copies of this stupid Exorcist movie. Look at it. That's what I think of your stupid movie. Throw them all in there, and then set it on fire.
Yeah.
Set her and the Exorcist on fire, and I want all their little doggy heads to be spinning around as it goes down. They all look like throwing up pea soup. And don't tap your mic, tap your phone to me.
What's with the attitude? Like immediately.
Oh, immediately.
Debate it.
Immediately. How respectful was I? Yeah. Like, right out of the gate, I want to be like, listen, Exorcist, don't try to tell me nothing. But right away, I just let her talk, and then I wanted to get in, and then she hung up. Good for you. Good.
You come out the winner in that. I'm sorry. You made the. I get their argument. I get that there's people out there that argue that. But if she didn't like start tapping her phone or going all out like that, then she would have made herself sound a lot smarter. But she sounded dumb.
Yeah. You know why I'm the winner in that? Because I've been working for the last 37 years, and she's been trying to pray to God that the Exorcist keeps coming around every Halloween. She's like that kid from the kid that got his tongue stuck on the pole in A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
He starts getting excited every Thanksgiving. He's finally got a residual check coming. I hope a pit bull bites you on your private parts, you whore.